Today we are diving into three of the most brutal and chilling murder cases that took place in the United States in the year 2025. And after hearing the third one, you might just say, this world is turning into hell, because these are not stories. This is real life. The first case, the Highway Horror, Missouri. Victim, Dennis Sharkey Jr., a respected sports reporter. What happened? It was just another quiet night on the Missouri highway when 50-year-old Dennis Sharkey Jr. was driving back home. Out of nowhere, another vehicle pulled up beside him, and a gunshot was fired straight into his car. He lost control and crashed into a metal fence. When authorities arrived, it was already too late. Dennis was dead, shot. No one saw it coming. No known enemies, no previous threats. Investigation, surveillance footage and cell tower data led the police to a man named Ruslan Husseinov. He was arrested a few days later, but the motive behind the killing? Still unclear. Was it road rage, a personal grudge, or something darker? Nobody knows yet. The second case, the political rampage. State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark, deceased, and State Senator John Hoffman and his wife injured. What happened? On a peaceful evening in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, a man disguised as a police officer entered the home of State Representative Melissa Hortman and opened fire. She and her husband were killed on the spot. Just an hour later, the same attacker broke into Senator John Hoffman's house. Both he and his wife were shot, but barely survived. It turns out, this man was not just any killer, he had a hit list. Investigation. The suspect was identified as Vance Boelter, a 57-year-old ex-convict with extreme political views. He had planned a mass political assassination targeting over 40 lawmakers, abortion rights supporters, and healthcare workers. The FBI launched the biggest manhunt in Minnesota's history. He is now behind bars, but the fear he left behind, that is going to last for years. The third case, and this one is too much for any human to digest. The father of death. Victims. His own daughters, 9-year-old Peyton, 8-year-old Evelyn, and 5-year-old Olivia. What happened? In May 2025, Travis Decker took his daughters on what he called a camping trip. But it was not a trip. It was a final goodbye. Days later, their bodies were found inside a tent deep in the mountains, suffocated. No signs of struggle, no cries for help, just silence. A father killing his own children. No one could understand why. Investigation. Travis vanished. For days, authorities searched the forests, highways, and even monitored the Canadian border. Eventually, he was tracked through wilderness tips and survival gear purchases. He now faces 3 charges of first-degree murder and kidnapping. But even behind bars, the question remains, why would a father do this? I repeat, this is reality. Not a horror film, not fiction, just our world in the year 2025. And honestly, it is getting darker by the day. Over and out.